Abronye DC is littering the place with garbage. Yeah, or litter the political media space with garbage. And mu nyinaa nso mu ni mu say NPP there, their topmost policy, garbage in, garbage out. So what they do is they feed their members with garbage. So in return, no, they will also vote garbagely and elect or choose a president with a garbage mentality to dig a pit and build toilets. I'm not so surprised. Abronye, who is a product of NPP, the garbage party, Namua, or spill garbage. Or can kwasiasem to ayampia. And somewhere you free Nenumu Benina garbage because they say out of the abundance of the heart, may the mind they can the mouth speaks. Garbage de ashena dream no. And I'm so inti obeye NPP chairman for Bono no. The same garbage na the media station here will be used no or spill a day that Ghana for. But don't worry. Me a Zoom lion, me prepra apejatum. You guys know me so well. Send me the Zoom lion. Me prepra apejatum CCA. Before you go, me shine CCA. Before that, yeni kan yenti no. Na kerosene waha na se petrol waha. Mengada na mempejantum.
Ontia teacher for ka, ontia nurses for ka, on fire duma, on my duma for froso, on award new contract, on see school dan, on see hospital beer, on top, on face street light pole beer.
Continue.
Immigration for, on pursue or more, fire service for near, woman in Antifie, 7 months in Yeno, a byway, a risika. $10.3 billion. Hey! A bin see that for the 1992 ebesi samre abanya wa making history. Not this 7 months. I added $10.3 billion to the public debt. President Nana Ababio Mahama.
Continue.
$10.3 billion in 7 months. President Ababio Nana Mahama onunkwana making history. Oyaba bio ampa. Eye reset na okan wasem no. Eno
Yenshe no na yenkosi ya. Mo se o kasa no. O se Mampeni Mahama entry a teacher foka, entry immigration ka, unsi naibia, unsi TFI, untu amna, onyeshi 7 months pe e ka ode aka Ghana kahon 10.3 billion Ghana US dollars and our account the US dollars or say a car Mampeni Mahama abro in 7 months now so Mahama nyeshi 10.3 billion na yemisa Abronye say sa nyoma we nyina wo keken e na wontua teacher for ka na wontu amana na wonsi TFI no nyeshi ni ade opese say nyoma ya moantimi anye in 8 years apart from TFI. And it's a mutu amna. O pese Mampeni Mahama edi 7 months pay we nyina. That's the first question. Yemisa Abronye say these things that you couldn't do in 8 years and nam so nti yema 38%. You expect Mampeni Mahama because what dream no? Mampeni Mahama is a miracle worker. It Mampeni Mahama emfa 7 months and solve all these problems that you are making mention of. Meanwhile, no, you could not solve these problems in 8 good years. Mebua yemfe no nto nchen o kaso say Mampeni Mahama edi eka 10.3 billion dollars ena aka ekada da no ho ade na wanka ekada da no ankyerem wanka say Mampeni Mahama abroka na eka bia ni ho o say Mampeni Mahama abroka edi aka ekada da no ho ekada da no amount ni esen yemisa Abronye na say Abronye aji atomu se omude eka kese pa na eja Mampeni John Dramani Mahama any NDC apa because wanka se Mampeni Mahama abroka obra na eka bia ni ho o se Mampeni Mahama abroka edi aka ekada da no ho. Listen to his words. What you say enti aha krampo no what chese wachre Ghana for ma Ghana for what you say how incompetent their government was in 8 years. Ya broke ego. Ama Mampeni Mahama so edekakra asa beka ho. This is what he wants to mean. Yemfa eno so nto nchen hia na ye hyeneko. Besides, Ghana fo nyina ntiase se. Ene enkwasiafo igabegifo ntiase se. Ballafo ntiase se. Ghanaians have never said it say Emma aban bi emo besia embroka. Tie. Ghanaians have never said Ghana for nka say Emma aban bi embro besia emoka. Because after all, America for kradeka. Almighty American podika. Omo the China for ka. And ye ka America there is bigger than their GDP. Over 30 something trillion. In debt, because they are just printing money and borrowing anyhow to fund useless wars, proxy wars, which they can never ever fight and win. Entiama America for kradeka. China cry kakra China so kradeka. Russia deka. UK deka, Germany, Obia deka, miamiti kra medeka. Me insurance, me guso amidri, amidri medeka. Uwa oshemi so deka. Oti abrochire na account kwa credit system eka. Credit system now more America more use so more they thought on Nyoma to pay later. Eka. So the whole world is in debt. Enti eka de opinka say Emma ababi emmo besia embroka. Na embum eka mo bro a mudi to amana city afia yenya so mfaso. Eno ni ade agana fo mpe. Eno ni ade agana fo utia. Tie na muntie mi ye. Me say eka mo bro Ghana fo nya so mfaso amudi tu amena ACTF eno eni ade Ghana fo tia Ghana fo nka se ema obi emo besia emoka enwu ho debi na empo ye ka eyemo in 8 years and about me share Ghana fo bo say an ye ba no ye mo besia just to the roads, the money is here. My ejumada at the Bank of Ghana, the money is here. Ye fa Ghana nko IMF, the money is here. You just tow the roads and use the money to develop Ghana. And your mona mo share sabono. You were the first to beg, say, IMF and penny for IMF Ghana or mine be bo. And your mona mo bro, kakrampo ma empu Bank of Ghana, Central Bank, na EPNC Ghana da e boka. Nesa akani nano, Mampeni Mahama baintria. Mampeni Mahama air campaign. Ni bo sha share Ghana for na me moka enka hon. Yeah. Mampeni Mahama bosha o share Ghana for one ka say me nkwa abrochiri emo besia emro kangu ho there be nia oka kire Ghana for ni say I will solve your problems and yes say eka wo besia wo hwan I will solve your problems, and that is what Mampeni Mahama is doing. Sani America eya mo na mo share Ghana for bosenka mo besia nkwa abrochiri nkwa IMF nyahwe mo de Ghana for na resources ebesisi Ghana ebe reachiri no ye ka eka amuburugu hwa na ye che de Ghana for se Ghana for ntria sa amre no tamana mo to me na obi a de ka be 30,000 emma empu under your watch banks collapse. Bank of Ghana Central Bank boka for the first time. Me many fee ye me sha se hu so okay Mampeni ni party semuni ye to abayi pani many fee ye me hu sa de no for the first time and a Ghana for who say Bank of Ghana Central Bank eno na eye ye sikasem so chiame and I say ye sikasem ho chiame. They see to money in money out, they regulate the banks in the country. This is the job of the central bank. Omuna icheska omuna monitor the movement of money inside the nation, coming in from outside into the nation, going out of the nation. In Nano, a Bank of Ghana Juma. All the banks in Nano, they have accounts with the central bank where they monitor their threshold. If you go below, then maybe they might reduce you from being a bank to maybe a credit union or something. When in a Bank of Ghana for Juma, under your watch, Bank of Ghana Boka, Emma, and who lead to the collapse of banks in this country. Aside the car boy now, you couldn't show anything for it. I don't think Ghana for 38%. You couldn't show mode performance tracker by ye chemua ye follow ya no and coffee fina for the past 8 years, over 200 TFE ya scatter across the country. For look good them about Miaka and Wasa went to Miensi. Saglabi Proye, Katie feels too cram one to me and empu Mampeni Mahama shall say in 4 years, more than complete. Empu phase 1. Mampeni Mahama see ya ijatum, one to me and yet. Now so you who besiane amana butu ye, and no na Ghana futia. You understand? Yemfa and also tunche. The final part of crowd did a year no evidence. We are all Kenyana. Senka Kevin Taylor. And a year program with Yanka obeying crat had the atre. You documents, evidence the atre Ninyana Swinti. So you see why Ghanaians prefer to listen to Kevin Taylor than these people, idiots. Kevin Taylor will not just come and sit down and say, NPP are buying or more about $10.3 billion. Or when you should Debbie. We are Jandam play. Because this is what we call high level allegation. And to make such claims, you cannot just come and sit down and just say with no document to back your claim. No. You need to provide documents. Baby, I will information free. Yes, sir. Mampeni Mahama eba ye in just 7 months. Or more bro besia be $10.3 billion. That was a unya bibi. Na besiana Mampeni Mahama abon. Gold board or classic car or more for the past 7 months. Saying, because you go and find out. We are okay. Evidence be anyhow. Or now, sebi. What bro nensa. What question ni baby. And our can simbi. And so our okay. Ni mwane se. Or the dada se to NDC. Na ono nya to me. Asa. Bibi anyhow. Enunti na enra me ye program me bisa mo say time wana Ekufuado eye Mampeni there were symptoms ana kire say o yare a there has to be symptoms sebi so kodi nkwase atwe na so nya HIV acha ne by 3 weeks to 1 month ubenya symptoms oh yare bia ba woni pedua mu a there are symptoms. It's the same thing in governance and so say amembo no uko ya there should be symptoms in so there should be symptoms which you are the one supposed to monitor those symptoms like we saw under Ekufuado. We saw the symptoms a banks collapse companies Freemind Indium ne bank collapse because of the mismanagement of NPP and kofu to am na yehuni e cause inflation any other. Those were symptoms of bad governance. But under Mampeni Mahama, symptoms be na munya monsaka na se muhu na se munya. The city is gaining strength. Free senior high school, CSC, school feeding program, why no academic fees or promising the tertiary, why the number of ministers are or kasa embro 60, ebesine be 50 some 57 or 58 or 59. Now no ya no yi woman jomoro woman ya ni tukutu yi beka ho. Into the let me say be 58. Enti eno so no ogusu a wedi so. Embro 60 as at now embro 60. Ne bo sha o share mu akese nyina waye. O kire mu say oberane lean government hwan obeye say 24 hour economy we nyina Mampeni Mahama ye. Economy no aye stable. Put the whole world be a say right now. The Ghana cedi is one of the best performing currencies in the world. So what does these symptoms tell you? These are symptoms I actually said then the government that we have is a competent government. Sorry, what I say? The government that we have is a competent government. So it's not about what near ubi count, it's about the symptoms that you see. And no, and I ain't sure BB say no. Aban we ya na say aban we nye. Enye ni ame meka. Emponya ni Kevin Taylor beka. It's about what you feel and see, what you hear. With documents, evidence. Nye hear see. Because same way we are here, or tietie mu na yehu bi da we Jandam wa. Evidence bi en ho dey back. So shut the hell up. Why? Say Mampeni Mahama aban na memu nya. Ghana for ne beka nya wo. Abronye. So shut the hell up. Go and fix your wide mouth. And go and create a proper TV station to educate the people and not throw dust into the eyes of the people. Mampeni Mahama na moni sono. You say a prophet is not appreciated in Babia Ufri. Eti Mampeni Mahama na upon ya oye nyina moni so. All claim mess in 8 years a moni sono. Nigeria for empu any African in a reasi na nyuma pa Mampeni Mahama na they wish senka ombenya penny bit is Mahama I solve their problems almost solve and you Nigerians will not scatter themselves across the country And put to the extent say some countries are chasing them. Say let them go with their wahala, let them go with their troubles and problems, with their kidnappings and their online fraud and what have you. Listen.
Ghana, I've never seen an African country do a donation of such magnitude to a country out of Africa. This is what we need to see. This is what we need to hear. When I speak of the greatness of Ghana, people argue me. But watch. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That is 20 metric tons of cocoa. Come on. A big applause to Ghana and to its current president. God bless this country. God bless Ghana. It will keep happening. You will keep having more. May God replenish where all this came from. 1,000 times. I'm so impressed, Ghana. I love you guys.
Yeah. Foreigners are now praising, blessing your president. And you sit here in Ghana and say you have the worst president. Or you have a president. Foreigners are even seeing the value in your president. They are appreciating and wishing their nation had the same character, behavior as a president. He is Mampeni Mahama. Under the watch, and Ghana a donatima Palestine. Humanitarian need, because Palestine for no they've been unfairly treated. Israel for us in 1940 something or 1960 something, when the UN, I stand to be corrected, when the UN gave that land, begged Palestine, and they gave out that land to Israel. Today, Israelis are seeing them as their enemies. And then Gaza, the whole world is quiet. It's quite sad. You see children, babies who are being born today, dying out of hunger. You see, and the whole world is watching. The so-called free world, the so-called civilized world. They are watching this happen. All they see is Russia, Ukraine. All they see is Russia trying to safeguard themselves. Something that they, the US, will never ever allow Russia to have weapons in Mexico and the nations around them. But they want to have their weapons very close to Russia, at the border of Russia. And they don't want Russia to say, to maybe retaliate or say anything. Unfair. The whole world. That's why the Western hegemon is collapsing, because of their unfair treatment of the rest of the world. That is why today so many Africans support Russia. Not because of anything, not because Russia help Africa in, they do, but not because Russia for year baby demand Africa but because the Africans and the rest of the world, they feel the injustice. They feel the maltreatment coming from the Western world over the years. So many years. Look at Gaza. Look at Gaza. And countries try to help Gaza for Palestine for they are being hated by the Western world. But Mampeni Mahama has done the consequences. I taking up the challenge, the risk, initiative, and then Matisse Trump the 25 tariff there and they had to Ghanaian goods also. All because of Ghana's support for Palestine, which is not militarily, it's only on humanitarian grounds, giving food and aid and whatever. And Ghana is the one giving aid to Palestine. Ghana say no, we are humans. We are Palestine food in space. They are not on Mars. America, Russia, China, we are all here sharing the same planet. Why must we sit down and watch our, fellow humans, people, being bombarded every day, starving to death, little children, babies who are so innocent, have no idea of what's going on, just to please the egos of some few elite. It doesn't make sense. Into the Mampeni Mahama had donated 40 metric tons of cocoa products to Palestine, ABNC and the Kufuado. And the Kufuado ran Russia for bombarding Ukraine. The Ukraine government was rather the one giving wheat and feeding Ghana. The only donation Kufuado was to give $1 million to Notre Dame Cathedral. Notre Dame Cathedral. On there, I saw dansem ne. Sa katasumu muasu nyame sombo tromo jo nyame somono. Edidi Kufuado mu ni trim. And 1 million de kwache. But humanitarian BBC Kufuado anyebi enonso na ede animonyam ebremo as a people, as a nation. And Africa, go on TikTok, obi akasa say Ghana has done so well. Ghana share Africa in animonyam. And yet you see, wunya animonyam by receiving, you get it by giving. Inti ene giving na Ghana giving no, ama Ghana aba benya respect. Animonyam today, Ghanaians are now proud anywhere they go to call themselves Ghanaians. We have changed the narrative. Say, hey, as a Africa there, we are always beggars. Yeah, the as a basket see nim na bribia na give na we need aid na grant. And Ghana prove say no, Africa can also help in times of crisis. And you sit there when you know has been achieved by the effort and good governance of Mampeni Mahama, and this is a symptom of good governance. And you sit there in your crooked studio, funny looking studio, kasia krasini. But she say, "I Mampeni Mahama broker na how I can kwasi asem." You see, because will say these people are not intelligent as you are. These NPP, no, they are not as intelligent as you are. So when you listen to them, they lower your level of. They take from you. They lower your level of intelligence. Stop listening to them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because you are super intelligent. That's why you follow Loud Silence Media. Listen to me. Listen to Nkoto. So why must you go and listen to someone like this? Ope ubi actually will say Mampeni Mahama abayin yenti no yentuntia na Abronye. Ope ubi actually will say NDC yenti yentuntia omo Abronye DC. Come on. Ye mo nsasa ye pensan pa but ye mo nkwasi abron to ma yenti nto gatemu. Debi ye brosha ye dem ni ada. Why? Tino sebiu yenti bibi ase na yensu nyansa. Now, NTS say you are so lucky to have Mampeni Mahama at this point in time. Mampeni Mahama will not be present forever. But at this crucial moment, we as a people are so lucky to have Mampeni Mahama as our president. The resetting Ghana agenda continues, and it will involve him Abronye. You're forcing to reset the Nkwasi Adrena or the Ghana ha or cancel phone. So simple as that. So simple as that. So simple as that. The chairman Freemind. Enjoy the rest of your time, and I'll see you in my next video. Makram.